The Gadget got here, and today, yes, you read that right, we got the iPad Pro. Apple's iPad Pro, not the Microsoft iPad, which isn't actually a product that exists. We have the iPad Pro. Break the seal. I'm going to go ahead and do an unboxing for you today. I'll put a link down below for another one of my new videos, the best cases you can get for the iPad Pro. These things do not come cheap, so therefore I'm going to let you know which ones are the best cases you can get. We can see it has the iPad Pro in there, Lightning to USB cable and USB power adapter. Let's go ahead and open this big mamma jamma. Slide the top off. Ah, the crispiest unboxing. So we can see in there, mega iPad. There were rumors for years that Apple was going to come out with a larger iPad, and those rumors never came true for the longest time, but here we are today. It finally did happen. We can see we have the 12-watt power block right there. 12 watt is what you can buy separately. If you buy an iPad Air, for example, comes with a 10 watt. You can buy 12 watt separately. This one comes with the 12 watt. This is a very long cable versus the one that comes with the iPad. This looks like a 2-meter one. The one that normally comes with an iPad Air, for example, is a 1-meter one. Same length as the cord that comes with the iPhone. And then you got the paperwork that nobody cares about. So let's go ahead and take an actual look at the real thing we're all here for. Oh, the iPad Pro. It's huge. It's kind of hard to tell how big it really is. Here's my iPhone 6S, so we can see the iPhone 6S is pretty big. It's got nothing on this bad boy. It's bad daddy. So we'll go ahead and we'll peel off the plastic. See if I can hit the power button while we're at it. Let it boot up a little bit. Are you booting up? Oh yes, you are. Go ahead and peel it off. The crispiest sound you've ever heard, removing the plastic. Now I'm just going to slide it out like a surgeon slides out your kidneys. There it is. So we can see this thing is mega. Oh my gosh, hello to you. So nice for you to say hi. So you can see down there at the bottom we have the Touch ID sensor. This is the second generation one, the one that's also on the iPhone 6S. So it recognizes your fingerprint in an incredibly fast time. People have actually been saying that with the iPhone 6S, the one we have right here, that the fingerprint sensor is so fast that it actually, so we can see right there, it already recognized my finger, that sometimes you'll miss the notifications on your screen. What I do is I'll use the sleep wake button on the side to prevent that, or I'll just use the tip of my finger or something like that. So what's unique about this iPad Pro? Well, it has an A9X processor, super fast. They're saying this processor is faster than a lot of the laptops that are actually out there, even ones made by Apple. We can see it's got 2 speakers down here on the bottom. Give you that side view. Nothing too impressive on that side. You can see though it's exceptionally thin. Exceptional. This thing is so big I can't even fit it in the frame. There's your volume rockers over there, microphone. Here along the top. There's your sleep wake button. 2 more speakers. Yes, you're seeing that correctly. 2 more speakers. So you actually have stereo sound. I'll explain more about that in one second. But you have your sleep wake button, your headphone port. This side, that's the new smart connector, which is an Apple patented design. This will actually allow you to connect the smart keyboard, which Apple made, and this will allow you to transmit data and power through the same magnetic connection, so you don't have to use Bluetooth to connect to the smart keyboard or anything like that. And then you have your little lightning connector, literally your little lightning connector over there. Let's flip this over again. Keep that screen on, so bright. You can see it's just all black. Now I wish it had said iPad Pro down there. That would have been nice. Apple would have been nice, but you know, I guess you can't win them all. And then up there we have the same camera that is on the iPad Air 2. That's 1080p, and this can also do the slow-mo just like you can on the newer iPhones. And then there's another microphone there as well. So we mentioned the speakers. We have these dual speakers. It's so big, it's so hard to film. They have these dual speakers, so and they're on both sides. So for example, if you're holding it like this, then the sound will come out of the top and the bottom, but it will pronounce things like bass towards the bottom speakers. It'll do that automatically, and then things like treble, it'll push towards the top. So it knows based on your orientation where it should push which type of sound out. And also, since it does have these speakers and they're far enough apart, it actually will give you a stereo sound experience. So it'll sound like things coming from the left are coming from the left, things coming from the right are coming from the right. So very nice, very cool. This is not very heavy. People will probably say that this is a lot lighter than they thought it was going to be, and I agree. since this thing is so big. This is a 12.9-inch screen. So this is actually a much larger screen than the brand new MacBook, the one that comes in gold and is thinner and smaller than the MacBook Air. And this screen size is bigger than the 12-inch on the MacBook Airs. The screen is almost bigger than the ones that are on the MacBook Pros and the MacBook Pros with Retina display. So this is a massive screen. It actually is bigger depending on the orientation because it's taller and longer, things like that. So what I'd also like to add as well, what was he going to add? What was I going to say? Is that this is essentially the size of two iPad Airs if you put them side by side. So this is one iPad Air, this is another iPad Air, and it's that big. So it makes doing these split screen apps incredibly easy. There's 4 gigabytes of RAM in here with the A9X Apple processor. So you can really do a ton of things on here at the exact same time. The idea is that you have a full screen iPad app over here and a full screen iPad app over on that side as well. So this thing's huge. This does not have the 3D touch screen that Apple put in the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. They're going to wait till the next one to put that in there. I guarantee it. You can just assume that that is the case. They're going to put that in their next product. They're holding it back until I guess they can make the technology even thinner, or they can make a cover a large enough screen as this one. Although this does work exclusively with the new Apple Pencil. That is Apple's tablet, Apple's stylus that works exclusively with the iPad Pro. So as we can see here, it's beautiful, it's thin, 4 speakers, my goodness gracious. And the resolution on this is the highest resolution Apple's ever put in a tablet, and I believe it is actually the highest resolution they've ever put in any of their devices, including laptops. So we have an extremely high resolution here. Something you guys can look forward to in future videos that I'm going to make. Again, look for that video. I'll put the link down below of the best cases you can get for the iPad Pro. Spend a lot of money on this bad boy, so you're going to want to make sure that you have the best cases, which the Gadget God will recommend to you personally to keep it safe and sound. Oh my gosh, it's so big. I don't even know where I'm going to put this thing. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Let the word of the nerd be heard. iPad Pro. Gadget God in the building. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.